All right, here we are in the finals. Oh, sweet. We talked about Cube on the podcast. Oh, this is an easy keep again. If he's mono red, we're kind of dead, but if not, I think everything's fine. Caracas, sure. But yeah, we're doing this. Your play. I mean, I'd love to have counterspell up like ASAP, but this is a lot like our last draw where we've got recovery spells here. So even if he kind of goes off, it definitely counts as starting to go off. Let's see what he gets. If he gets a batter skull, that's an issue. Sword is also an issue. All right, so we've got a game here, no doubt about that. Prowler. Playing a Prowler does not seem amazing here. Don't have anything to ditch, so I'm just going to discard here. I think that's fine. What do I want to discard, though? I don't really want to discard any of these. I guess I'll discard the Prowler. It's pretty bad against his sword. It can't even block. Stomping Ground untapped. I can't interact with this. I'm actually hoping that he just flashes that thing in because then I can counter something potentially next turn. Oh man, I wish I had Snapcaster. I would just get right in there and block, but I do not. So, yep, you're doing it. 1, 2 for a carry added. All right, that's a good thing for us because we have the Damnation in our hand. We want him to play cards like that. Snapcaster. All right, well, now I have a Snapcaster. All right, more tough decisions here. I can play an island and just play Jace. That puts him in a weird spot. But it looks like he's going for cast and equip next turn, so I'm just going to play an island, discard something, probably just an island here. And then I'm just going to hope that he decides to get greedy and go for cast equip on sword and I can counter it. Because the sword's a big issue. The creatures are not. We're going to be able to Damnation or Deluge or something. So, oh man, he's attacking with that stupid Stoneforge again. Now I have the Snapcaster, but now I've got Counterspell mana up. Yeah, all right, man. I'll take it. Apparently he wants to just cast stuff, so we're just going to allow that. I mean, we're cycling... Ooh. Ooh, that's an issue. Let's not let that one happen. It's a good draw for us. All right, yeah. I'd love to get rid of that sword, but a Johnny Vengeance is every bit as big of a threat. And here is a Jace. I don't have another island, unfortunately. I'd actually just play it here so that I could snap back, but I pitched it because we needed to keep Swamp so that I can get up to Damnation eventually. Remember, we don't have that many black mana sources. Ugh. All right, so let's just draw. There's the island. Just play Jace. I'm just gonna keep having me draw. I just like if he wants to cast equip and attack to kill Jace, think that's okay with me. Tamiyo's a nice rip here. Tamiyo could be really good. Basically what we're trying to set up is I wipe away his creatures, he gets low on threats, has to put this on something, and then I get to get him with this. We don't really care if he casts an equip here. And I mean, unless it just depends on what he casts with it. If he kills Jace, then that's just totally fine. Depends on what he's got planned for the turn. A Mind Twist would be sweet for us, by the way. Just wipe that stuff out. Yeah, he's going to attack us, so we get to keep Jace. We're going to be drawing a ton of cards this game. We already have. I'm going to get rid of Muldrifter here. Wow, I didn't do anything. Okay, so draw a card. That's easy. Chalice. We draw a card. Let's go up to 9 cards because why not? And there's a miscalc. All right, so we've got some game here. We can wipe the board. We cannot wipe the board. We can actually wipe the board and still have miscalculation up as well. That's pretty sweet. I do it for 4. I kill all this stuff and I get to keep miscalculation up. It seems fine to me. So this takes away his mana. It makes my miscalculation better by getting rid of this. It means he doesn't have any threat, so he has to start casting stuff. We're going to get to draw another card off of library next turn, potentially. I think this is good. We're going to need to hit another island soon, though, so I can Snapcaster Counterspell for something really problematic like a Johnny Vengeant. But hopefully we just get value off of miscalculation here. Yeah, we do not. But we have Damnation, and it's one of the few things that actually kills Thrun, so that's really lucky. So go up to 7, Crypto, draw me a card. A swamp. All right. So I can make a similar play as last time. I can just Wrath here and then keep up Cryptic, or not Cryptic, but Miscalculation. I can get a little greedy and go for an Everflowing Chalice, but I think this is better. Also, if he doesn't do anything, I don't know that I want to give him a card. I want to give me a card. A little aggressive with it, perhaps, but it does keep our chain going here quite nicely. I should have done that first if I was going to do it, by the way. I mean, there wasn't too much wiggle room there, but, you know, more information is always better. And then we're just basically begging to get this miscalculation. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Okay. Yeah, you did it. I could have miscalced just so that he couldn't equip this turn, but this didn't seem worth it. I remember I still have the Cryptic command in hand as well, so we're not in a bad spot here. Let's draw another card, and it's just another stupid island. 1, 2, which I need now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could still keep miscalc up. Yeah, all right. I'd much rather be tapping lands with this thing because, you know, his Lotus Cobra makes his lands better, but yeah, whatever. I'm still going to stick with the miscalculation plan, and then we're going to finally play this island and have Snapcaster Counterspell, but unfortunately this is a big turn for him. He can really get us here. I mean, if he does something huge, then he's going to lose out, but, you know, if he goes for... Oh, keep tapping. No, don't stop there. Yeah, keep going. Sweet. Oh, that feels so good. Yes. Yes. Oh, what is he smiling for? Okay, he's just smiling because I got him. Now we're fully stable. Now we're in great shape. We've been in good shape because of our library on turn 0 or whatever, but like now we're in great shape. We're just going to keep this thing on lockdown. We need to find a threat eventually, but whatever, we'll find one. I still need another island to really do what I want to do here. So we can't do that yet. But we're going to creep this thing upwards, and we're going to Cryptic anything here that he does of consequence, including Legoif. Yeah, we'll just go with the good old-fashioned. He's got to have another threat here Oh, sweet. We drew an edict anyway. All right, let's see what we draw. Mana Drain. Busted card. Not fair. Not even remotely fair. So what I'm going to do here is actually just... I want to be able to Snapcaster. No, we've got Mana Drain now, so let's go... 6? Is that 6? Yeah, so let's play Jace and Diabolic Edict and lock down one of his lands and just leave Mana Drain up. Because Edict's not going to get any better. It's just going to be the same thing anyway. And we just need to find like a Frost Titan or a Worm Coil or a Sphinx. I'm not even going to take the Mind Twist. I just want the Sphinx here. We just need to finish him off. But we've got Mana Drain, Snapcaster Mage, Snapcaster for Cryptic, so we're in a good spot here. Yeah, the cards in his hand, not super relevant to us. So we're just going to get rid of his Cobra. Tap down. Green, double green, triple green. Caracas doesn't do anything here. Double red, does that mean any difference? I guess I'll tap down this because it's untapped right now. I don't know. And then I use Jace. Yeah, your move. You can tap out next turn. I also get to draw an additional card and keep doing this stupid stuff. Ooh, we get 2 of them. I like that. Does plussing Jace do anything here? I'm just going to keep this thing tapped. Not really. Let's just cash him in. I don't want to draw that swamp anyway. I don't want an Ancestral. I just want Frost Titan. Put that on the bottom. Can't cast it anyway. Snapcaster, and then... But we still have Mana Drain up, and he doesn't have anything, so... Let's just do this. Might be able to just kill him next turn with Reanimate on Elishnorn. I guess he is in red, so we can't really do that, but... Actually, only 14 anyway. I can just wait. Yeah. Once we do this, then we can Mana Drain indefinitely for the rest of the game, so he just can never resolve another spell. Alright, looks like we have gotten there. Naturalize, maybe? Nothing else, right? Nothing else. Naturalize for 1 sword, probably not worth it. We do have enough ability to control the board, just enough, to be fair. We don't really have a ton, but I don't think we need it for one thing. If we saw more, we might. We saw more in our last game from last time. But it was in the last game, so it was a little too late. But this time, I mean, that is one of the best cards against us. Don't get me wrong. Like I respect the sword a lot, especially because it has pro black, which, can matter. In our particular deck, it kind of doesn't. Like, Diabolic Edict doesn't care, Deluge doesn't care, Damnation doesn't care, and of course our Mind Twist and Una's Prowler don't deal with that. So it's like not a big deal for us, but that sword is really, really good. It's just not super well matched up against our actual deck. But I mean, come on. Boosh. This thing right here was the whole game. I mean, yeah, it took a bunch of different spells to finally set it up, and there was a couple of times where like he tapped out for Elish Norn and we got to get super value off of our miscalculation, but man, like, that card was it. And yeah, here we go again. And we're on the draw, so we get to actually like ramp out a Wormcoil engine against him. I think Wormcoil is going to be insane against him. So we go down to 7, we draw a card, and we play another land, and it's just stupid. Like, this is just dumb, right? Right. Interesting. We're going to have to see what we draw next turn, but this is an interesting decision if we want to play a swamp or an island. If we have one of our double blue counter spells, we're going to want to get those islands out there, but if we're worried that we need to edict something, then we're going to want that. Let's see what we draw. Well, we drew an Una's Prowler. So that means I'm going to play a swamp and just play it. I mean, after this, obviously. Shapeshifter, that's fine. We don't have any way to get our guy back. Our one of Reanimate isn't in hand, so there's no real reason to put Wormcoil in the bin when we're already ahead one step on mana anyway. All right, he's going to Devil's Play for 1. So we do have to decide now if we want to do that, and I don't think we do. I think we just let it happen. If we had it in hand, we'd consider it, but nah. Go up to 8. There's a Jace. Play this. Draw a card. Mind Twist. That's next turn. This turn, I'm just going to do this. I think it's fine. You got to be careful. You got to make sure that you keep your hand so that you can keep doing this. But ideally, he taps out for something here. Like maybe he plays a Johnny Vengeance, which I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a little bummed about. But if he does, we'll just twist. Like we're gonna twist next turn no matter what. So, all right, that's perfectly fine. And we actually just get his entire hand here. Yeah. And I'm going to do that. I'm not gonna activate this. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I can't activate that because we get his whole hand anyway. So draw. Wish I had an island there, but I didn't have it when I needed it. Twist and Shout. Vengevine, Stoneforge Mystic, a Johnny Vengeance. Sure. Seems reasonable to get that stuff out of his hand. He was going to Vengevine. Wow, he had a stacked hand. I wonder if he has any more equipment to get with Stoneforge. All right, he has nothing for the turn. That's excellent. We get to draw 2 cards this turn. I guess I could have just played Wormcoil. Oh well. That seems fine. I got Edict. Hoping he just plays a creature and I can just Edict it. Get some value out of it. No. Forgot about his encampment. I'll Edict that. Oh yeah, equip it. Put him on there. What could go wrong? So he's deciding if he's going to attack me or Jace. If he doesn't equip, then he's just going to hit Jace. But it looks like he's actually going to try to hit me here, which is interesting. Leaving Jace on the battlefield is a sketchy proposition, but I can see how he just wants to get all his lands untapped and start getting me, but obviously this does not end well for him. He's down a land now as well, which is excellent news for us. Mole Drifter. Who needs Mole Drifter? I've got Library. And there's a Tamiyo. Screw it. Here. You have a couple of draw steps to deal with this. Go. I mean, look, normally I'd play Tamiyo, keep one of his lands locked down, and really just try to control. But right now, like, I have multiple counterspells floating around in my deck. All right, you found a Goyf. Goyf's pretty good here, actually. Oh, no, it's not. I'll just steal it. But still, that's pretty nice. I really do need to find a counterspell, though. Like, that's once I find one of my counters, even if it's just miscalculation, the game's going to end. So is this it? No. I'm going to cash this in, though. I've got another Jace lined up anyway. There's my counterspell. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yoink. So I yoink this guy, hit him for 6. Mana drain anything he does. I guess he's conceding. I don't like it when people say it ahead of time. When he actually concedes, I'll give him the old GGs here. But he is correct about the bonkers thing, though. I mean, come on, we drew how many extra cards this game? Like 100. I mean, I discarded like all of these, and just willfully, like, no problem. All right, so we did it. We are the winner. Sweet deck. I mean, you guys got a chance to see the power of some of these Power 9 type cards, right? Library of Alexandria is not technically in the Power 9, but it's one of the cards that's in a powered cube, and you can see why it's just stupid when you have it in your opener, which we did twice there and multiple times throughout the draft, and it's just abusable. If you guys want to send an email, lr@lrcast.com is the email address. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my name is Marshall_LR. If you want to join the clan Unlimited Resources, on Magic Online, the Limited Resources clan, it's easy. The only rules are that you're not a jerk and that you love Magic. Send me a message, Marshall_LR, and I'll get you an invite right away. If you want to find all things Limited Resources, including a link to our Facebook page, the articles I do, the podcast itself, lrcast.com. Guys, thanks for hanging. We'll see you next time.